Fear is your friend. Now, this might seem odd considering that fear can also paralyze us, or it can make us run away or blame ourselves and others for feeling bad or to cower to it. But fear is not a bad emotion. And you could even argue to say that there are no such things as bad emotions because they're all here to serve us in our growth and development. Fear, like every emotion, and it says so in the name, is here to put us in motion. Right? To grow, to expand, to pay attention first and foremost, and then expand our awareness from there so we can maybe change our behavior if appropriate, and ultimately come back to our center. Right? So we can act from a place of authenticity and self-direction rather than letting something outside of you determine how you feel. Now, when we encounter fear, our stress system kicks in. Right? And we go through the 4 Fs of freeze, flight, fight, fawn. Right? And this is, the key here is to go through these quickly and efficiently so we can come out to the other side of emergence where something new wants to come in. Right? Now, our first response is to freeze. Right? We have that in common with reptiles. Right? The first thing is to just stop all motion, hoping that the predator won't see you. Right? And we might engage in hiding or other, under layers of pretense or other ways to not be seen. Right? Or we procrastinate on things and keep looking at that email in our inbox and keep looking at it and not doing anything about it. Now, here the key is to get into motion. Right? Opposite of freezing is moving. Right? So get up from your desk, dance around the room, shake it out, do something to get into motion. And in the case of procrastination, do one little thing. What's the tiniest little thing you can do to get the momentum going? Now, once we are in motion, it's easy to go run away. Right? To distract ourselves, to get intoxicated, to look for a new job or partner or other way out, or to, find some other way to avoid the situation altogether. Now, here it's important to allow the bad feeling. Right? Allow yourself, and I said there was no bad emotions, but sometimes we feel bad. It's okay. Right? So allow yourself to sit with it and say, wow, this is really scary right now. I'm really scared of this thing. And then get curious, say, okay, what is it trying to tell me? What are all the worst case scenarios that could happen here? And the worst case scenario, of course, is you're going to die, but that's going to happen anyway. Right? So think about all these worst case scenarios, make your plan B and your plan C and your plan D, so you have options of how to respond if the thing that you're afraid of actually does happen, because oftentimes it's just a fantasy. Right? And when we have these fantasies, it's easy also to go from there and blame other people, which is also the version of fight. Right? Instead of punching each other, we make up stories about each other, about ourselves, right, or about other people, blaming them for us feeling bad. Right? And here's key to come back to ownership. This is your life. Right? Don't buy into those separation stories, but remember that you're, yes, separate, but you're also part of a bigger whole that you're here to serve. Right? Because when we buy into those separation stories, it's easy to, play small, to cower to it. The 4th response of fawning, right? We can, make ourselves really small and we stop, really showing up in our power, right? And so here it's key to then go back to ask yourself, who do I want to be in this situation? What's my biggest version of me, of how they would show up if that thing that I'm afraid of actually happens? Right? Who would I be then? Who could I be then to not be small? Right? But instead of that, show up in my full power. And so fear is an invitation to wake up, grow up, show up, as Ken Wilber puts it, right? To expand our awareness, to take responsibility and come back into ownership, and then choose who we want to be in that situation. And this is what fear is for. It's here to help you grow and expand. Right? Fear is your nothing to fear. It's your friend in evolution. So next time you feel fear, go learn from it. It's here to help you grow and become more of who you really are inside already.